Department of Corrections expects its detainee and inmate population to exceed 600. The increase in population hasn't been easy to accommodate at the Hagåtña detention facility that houses federal and local pretrial detainees and at the Manila compound that houses prisoners. DEPCOR spokesperson Lieutenant Anton Uggen says as a result of the increasing population that is currently peaked at 590, DEPCOR had to make more room.
We've opened up different housing units, and of course that's cost us to have a much larger manning requirement. Right. And then with our shortage of personnel, we currently have about 31 correction officers position from supervisor down to CO1. We have about 31 vacancies right now.
What's made matters worse is that the department lost nearly a dozen high-ranking officers to retirement in the last 2 years, leaving less than 200 officers to look after nearly 600 detainees and inmates. If an early retirement program is offered, Uggen says DEPCOR stands to lose another 10 officers. While stateside correctional facilities have 5 to 7 inmates or detainees for each officer, on Guam it's nearly double, with between 11 and 12 per officer, making it a bigger challenge for officers like Jimmy Green.
And with the overcrowdedness and the new crime that is happening nowadays, and we have a lot of recidivists, is that the population is growing, but the facility is at the same size it was 10 years ago.
Green says the officers have learned to make do with what they have, but the department needs a bigger facility. But without the funding to see that happen anytime soon, the department is shifting detainees as the Hagåtña detention facility is maxed out and shouldn't hold any more than 120 detainees at any given time.
We have to keep Ganya at a certain numbers, and once it reaches a certain level, we transport the overflow up here into Manila.
Lieutenant Uggen says the Manila facility is also overcrowded as well by more than 200 inmates, so officials have had to open up some areas of the prison that aren't necessarily designated to house inmates.
Some of the housing units that we're using really shouldn't be used for housing them, but we do our best to renovate them and do maintenance and make best of what we have. But if we had our choice, of course, we wouldn't be using them.
And with the growing population, officials are also looking at building additional housing units on the current compound. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.